He's the king of shock rock, a true rock pioneer, a legend, an icon, and a Hall of Famer. He's the Coupeville of rock and roll. He is the legendary Alice Cooper, and he's on Max Mornings. Good morning, Alice. How you doing?
How you doing? That's a lot to live up to.
Man, you should hear our introduction.
It goes on for hours, right?
Oh, man, it's at least the 3-hour show. That's just the Monday show. This is it's a real treat for me to have a chance to talk to you, and I know Kevin, too, here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being an icon, as you were back at those early years of my youth, you were a familiar household name in a household that hadn't heard an Alice Cooper song.
And it was usually this: "You're not bringing that album in here."
Yeah, oh yeah, you gave my mother nightmares.
I always used to say that our shows were a lot better if you had to sneak out to go to them.
It's all about being the rebel.
Yeah, well, it was. Anytime your mom says you can't go see that or you can't listen to this. And how subversive was Schools Out or 18? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, as soon as she saw you were on The Muppet Show, she's like, oh, he can't be that bad. He's on The Muppet Show.
Yeah, and one of the only reasons I did The Muppet Show at the time was, I loved The Muppet Show. But at the same time, I kind of went, oh, I'm too scary to do that show. And then I looked, Vincent Price was just on. Christopher Lee had just done it. And I went, well, those guys are the real icons. I said, if they can do it, I can do it. So, it was one of the shows that to this day, at least twice, 3 times, 4 times a week, people come up and talk about The Muppet Show.
The irony of it for me is that I was much more afraid of Animal at the time.
I think Animal had to be fashioned after Ginger Baker.
Yeah.
And to this day, I think Ginger's maybe a crustier than Animal is. Yeah.
But the irony of the whole thing here, going back to that and then breaking out into the scene in an era where it was just unheard of, like nobody had seen the likes of Alice Cooper before, is that, the Alice Cooper on stage and who you are off stage, 2 entirely different people.
Well, yeah, I play Alice. Alice is a character I created that you play on stage. When I play Alice, he never even talks to the audience. He never says thank you. He never says any of that, because, he's a pure villain. And so when he's up there on stage, the audience really doesn't want him to be human. They would rather have him be almost more of a legend or a myth. So, I don't do anything to dispel that myth. I do the show and I play Alice to the hilt. And I think that anything that you do on stage that makes you human, then it kills the mystique.
For you, if being Alice is like playing a character, does it feel weird people calling you Alice off stage?
No, it's, and most people call me Coop anyways. They just say, hey, Coop, what's going on? Or, no, when I'm in, a mall or something, somebody yell out Alice or, or something like that, and I turn around. And I never turn down an autograph. I never turn down a photo. So, it's just part of it. But I think most of the fans know that there's me that they see on the street, and then there's him, that one that I don't even talk to.
Well, that's good. That helps paint a portrayal of sanity.
Yeah, we have a good, relationship.
It's a working relationship. It works for you in a business sense.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to spend too many nights over at his house for supper.
No, not at all. It's sort of like I play golf every morning. Alice hates golf.
I heard that about you in golf. I heard that. How'd you get involved with? How did Alice Cooper start playing golf?
I started playing when I quit drinking. I quit drinking, and I decided I needed, being an addictive personality, I needed something that was going to be a positive addiction. And really, that's what it was. I went out and I hit one golf ball. I was a pretty good baseball player, so I figured golf, how hard could that be? And I went out and I picked up a 7-iron and hit it right dead down the middle, first swing. And I went, well, what's wrong with that? But I was immediately infected by the game. I play 6 days a week.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot of golf.
Which is the whole, that's ironic because there's a lot of golfers who probably have gone the other way.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Usually golf causes alcoholism. That's true. In my case, it was a cure.
Alice, growing up in the D, were you a Tigers fan then?
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah, still Tigers and Lions, Red Wings, of course. But living in Phoenix, now I at least have a National League team with the Diamondbacks and the Suns. I'm a big Suns fan. And the Coyotes, of course. The Coyotes had a great year this year.
Really? You follow the Coyotes? There's not too many people
that
would admit to following the Coyotes.
Think of it. They were one game away from the Stanley Cup. We all thought they were going to take the Kings right out.
It's got to be weird though, being a fan of a team that at any moment it feels like it could be their last game. And
Yeah, you know what? People in Phoenix don't even think like that. Everybody knows they're going to stay in Phoenix. It's the press likes to play that game, but everybody knows that they're going to stay in Phoenix.
And if there was ever a rumor that they might not, any thoughts about buying the team?
Well, there's a lot of rock guys out there that actually had started talking about it.
Oh, is that right?
I got a couple of calls, saying, why don't you come in with us on it? And I didn't say no.
Well, you'd be guaranteed to get a good seat.
Yeah, oh yeah. They might even let you suit up once in a while.
Well,
when we had Gretzky as our coach, I still cannot figure out why they didn't suit him up once in a while. Just let him come in for let him skate, for 5 minutes in there. Who wouldn't pay to see that?
Yeah, would throw a different name on his back and freak out some of the players on the ice.
I mean, most of those kids out there would have gotten out of his way. They just want him to score.
So Kevin's got a question here about being a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. There's a question on the lips of every single Canadian who cares about such matters. And Kevin,
Rush.
Yes.
Yes. Alice, how is it that I'm a Chili's fan, don't get me wrong, but how did the Chili's make it there before Rush?
Well, how did the Talking Heads get in there before Alice Cooper?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Come on. It's very, there are certain things on this planet that will never be explained to me. Area 51, probably the Kennedy assassination, Hoffa, where Hoffa's buried, and how people get nominated for the Hall of Fame.
And why is it in Cleveland?
Yeah, why is it in Cleveland? It seems like Detroit would have been a better pick. But anyways, the deal is nobody has any idea how you get nominated. But once you get nominated, then there's, then it goes out to 500 different people in rock and roll, and they vote on you. Getting nominated is the hard part, not getting voted on. Because, we got nominated the first time we went on nomination. We were in. And we found out later on that a lot of people in the Hall of Fame thought we were already in.
Oh, that's wild.
And so they kind of went, I guess we better vote them in. But you're right. As soon as you get in, you immediately start thinking about who should be in.
Who's the one that you think right away?
Well, the first one I thought it was Moody Blues.
Yeah.
Huh, yeah.
And then Deep Purple. Bands that have been around since 1965, 66, 67, and that are still out there doing great shows. Joe Cocker. How about Burt Bacharach?
Yeah. Is Journey in? Is Journey in? I don't know if Journey's in.
I don't think Journey's in. I don't think.
No.
Well, Bon Jovi's not in. Kiss is not in.
Crazy.
I think that me getting in though might have broken a door down there.
July 14th, you're going to be at Roger Sarnia Bayfest playing with Iron Maiden. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome show. It always is.
And, and there's another one. How about Iron Maiden and Priest and those bands?
Exactly.
But I just talked to Alex the other day, and we're going to play golf together actually. When I get into Canada, and I didn't even mention the Hall of Fame, and neither did he. And it's almost bad luck to start talking about it. Rush will be in. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Coop, we look forward to seeing you. It's going to be good times over in Sarnia.
Yeah, it really is. We're looking forward to the whole Canadian run of this thing. And, playing with Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper and Iron Maiden together is going to be a pretty dynamic show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. And we'll see when we get up to, when we get in town, okay?
Sounds good. We'll see you up there.
Okay, buddy.